Right, guys, by now you should be becoming quite familiar with the pizza story thing. I'm going to just show you some diagrams here just to kind of make sure you totally understand the whole pizza story thing. And then we're going to compare the sizes of a lot of fractions. This video might be quite long, so I suggest that if you get tired, you stop and go away and do something and carry on later. What else does the pizza story tell us? Well, you know, I have a pizza, cut it into 7 equal pieces, and I eat one of them. Something that's not written there, although we are talking about pizzas, remember we're always talking about the number 1. So yes, it's a 7th of a pizza, but what we actually mean is a 7th of the number 1. So it's actually quite a small number, 1/7. So that is what 1/7 actually tells us. We don't write of 1 because we just assume that it is. It's a convention. 4/5, what does that tell us? It tells us that it's 4/5 of 1. I have a pizza, or I have the number 1. I cut it up into 5 equal pieces and I eat 4, or I spend 4. That's 4/5 of 1. I have a pizza, I cut it into 17 equal pieces and I eat 6. That's 6/17 of 1. The only time we would write this here is if it was of 2 or 3. When it's just of 1, we leave it out. 3/8 is 3/8 of 1. Now, let's have a look at this 3/8 on a number line. I have a pizza, I cut it into, so it's 1 pizza, 8 equal pieces, and I eat 3. Here's my pizza. 0 pizza, 1 pizza. 0 pizza, 1 pizza. How many slices do I eat? 1, 2, 3. So there you can see how 3/8 looks on a number line. It's less than half, because there's half, 4/8. I have a pizza. I cut it into 8 equal pieces, which is 1 pizza. And I eat 3 of them. All right, 4/5. Let's do that on a number line. It's 4/5 of 1. I have a pizza. I cut it into 5 equal pieces. That's 1. Now you can see I've actually gone past a pizza there. We could ignore this, but I've put it there for a reason. All right, and we've said we're going to eat 4/5. So I have a pizza. There is 1/5 eaten, 2/5 eaten, 3/5 eaten, 4/5 eaten. So the number 4/5 is here on the number line. And if we eat another 5th, you'll see we'll eat the whole pizza, right? There we go. And we can actually go past that. We can get another pizza. We could eat 6/5, which is 1 1/5, or 7/5, which is 1 2/5. Just as an exercise, let's count together from 0. 0, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, or 1, 6/5, or 1 1/5, 7/5, or 1 2/5. So, using the pizza story to compare fractions, you should start picking this up really quickly. We need to either eat the same number of slices, or the slices need to be the same size to do it really easily. Now, if you look at this example, we know that this pizza has been cut into 10 pieces. This has been cut into 11. We're going to eat 4 from this pizza, 4 from that pizza. Where do we get more? Well, it depends where the slices are bigger. Here's some pictures. There is a pizza cut into 10 equal pieces. I've put the black piece as the piece I eat. There's a pizza cut into 11 pieces, and I've put that 1 black piece that I eat. If I put them next to each other, you might be able to see very slightly the 10th is a little bit bigger than the 11th. So now that I know that 1/10 is bigger than 1/11, surely 4/10 will be bigger than 4/11. And we have the crocodile eat the bigger piece, or the bigger number. 5/12, 5/17. There's my pizza, or my number 1. I've cut it into 12 equal pieces. There it is. That's 5 of them. 1/12, 5/12. So I cut my pizza into 12 equal pieces. I that's one of them, but if I eat 5 of them, that's how many. Now here's the other pizza. I cut it into 17 equal pieces and I eat one of them. You can probably already see that's a lot smaller than a 12th. There's 5 of them, 5 17ths. There they are next to each other. 1 12th, 1 17th, 1 12th, 1 17th. 5 12ths on the left, 5 17ths on the right, and obviously 5 12ths is bigger than 5 17ths. Now, we're going to go through these. What I'm going to do is each time I'm going to read the question and then I'm going to ask you to pause. I'm just going to say pause, and then when you think you've got your answer, just continue and see how you go. Right, which fraction is bigger, 8 17ths or 9 17ths? Pause and continue when you're ready. Well, the slices on this pizza and the slices on this pizza are the same size. Both pizzas were cut into 17 equal pieces. Those pieces are called 17ths. I ate 8 of them there and 9 of them there. Since they are the same size, this is bigger. Only a little bit bigger, but it's bigger. 6 15ths, 6 16ths. Pause and continue when you're ready. Right. Now, how many slices have I eaten on the left? 6 from this pizza. How many slices did I eat from this pizza? 6. So I ate 6 slices from both of the pizzas. I need to find out where the slices were bigger. Well, this pizza was cut into 15 pieces. This was cut into 16 pieces. So the pieces are bigger here. So therefore, 6 15ths is bigger than 6 16ths. 3 20ths, 3 25ths. Pause, continue when ready. Right, similar to the last one, I eat 3 slices of pizza from this one, 3 slices of pizza from this pizza. Well, I eat the same number of slices, so we better find out where the slices are bigger. This pizza was cut into 20 equal pieces. This pizza was cut into 25 equal pieces. Where are the pieces bigger? Here, because I cut the pizza into fewer, so therefore, there you go. Right, 6 30ths, 7 30ths. Pause, continue when you're ready. Right, here I don't eat the same number of slices. I eat 6 slices here and 7 slices here. So I've got to go and check the sizes. How big were those slices? This pizza was cut into 30. This pizza was cut into 30. So in these 2 pizzas, the slices were the same size. Here I ate 6 of them. Here I ate 7 of them. So clearly I eat more pizza over there. 15 18ths, 15 20ths. Pause and continue when ready. Right. I have a pizza. I cut it into 18 equal pieces and eat 15. I have a pizza. I cut it into 20 equal pieces and I eat 15. I'm eating 15 slices from that pizza and 15 slices from that pizza. So same number of slices. I've got to find out where the slices are bigger. The pizza was only cut into 18 slices there. Here it was cut into 20. These slices will be smaller. So therefore, that will be bigger. 15 18ths. The 18ths are bigger than 20ths. Pause, continue and ready. You should be getting these quite quickly now. Both pizzas were cut up exactly the same way. 7 equal pieces called sevenths. On the left, I ate 4 of those. On the right, I ate 3 of those. So more over there. 1/7 more. 5 6, 5 8. Pause, continue when ready. Now remember, when we talk about pizzas, we're actually talking about the number 1. Now, immediately I see, all right, 5 pieces eaten there, 5 pieces eaten there. Well, I better go and check the sizes of those pieces. This pizza was cut into 6 pieces. This pizza was cut into 8 pieces. Where are the pieces bigger? Here. So since I've eaten the same number of slices, there we go. 2/5, 3/5. Pause, continue when ready. Right. Immediately you should see the 2 pizzas were cut up in exactly the same way. They were cut into fifths. This pizza before we started had 5/5. This pizza before we started had 5/5. We ate 2 of these. We ate 2 of these. Where did we eat more pizza? There. 12/16, 12/15. I hope you're starting to pick this up quickly, guys. Pause, and when you're ready, continue. Same old story. I take my number 1 or my pizza, cut it into 16 equal pieces and eat 12. On this side, I take my pizza or number 1, cut it into 15 equal pieces and I eat 12. How many slices do I eat here? 12. How many slices do I eat here? 12. So where are the slices bigger? They are bigger here because I cut the pizza into fewer pieces. It's only a very small amount, but it is still slightly bigger. 14/20, 13/20. Pause, continue when ready. Right, quite easy. Pizzas were cut up in the same way, so the slices were exactly the same size. I eat more slices on the left, so then altogether I eat more pizza on the left. 13/20, 13/21. I don't think they're called 21ths. Sounds a bit funny. Might be, but I think they're called 21st. Right, pause, continue when ready. I have a pizza, cut it into 20 slices, eat 13. I have a pizza, cut it into 21 slices, eat 13. Where are the slices bigger? Here. And if you don't understand why the slices are bigger here, remember it's the same size of pizza. If you're sharing a pizza with 20 people or you're sharing it amongst 21 people, these guys are each going to get a little bit more pizza each because there are fewer people at the party. You've got 20 people at the party here, 21 people at the party here. So when you're sharing a pizza, these guys will get a little bit more. All right. And since they're eating the same number of slices, there we go. 5/70, 5/75. Where are the slices bigger? Pause, continue when you're ready. Right. Cutting a pizza into 70 pieces will be tricky, but remember, it's actually the number 1. We're just using pizza. There are 70 people sharing this pizza. There are 75 people sharing this pizza. Where do they get more? Here. All right, so the slices are bigger here. I eat 5 there, 5 there. So since the same number of slices, we do that. 7/18, 8/18. Pause, continue when ready. Right. The slices are the same size, so wherever I eat more slices, I get more pizza, and that's over there. 15/18, 15/19. Pause, continue when ready. Right. How many slices do I eat here? 15. And over here, 15. So let's go and have a look at where the slices are bigger. Over here, we only shared the pizza amongst 18 people. Here we shared the pizza amongst 19 people. So the slices will be bigger there. 9/10, 9/11. Pause, continue when ready. Right. How many slices eaten here? 9. How many slices eaten here? 9. Where are the slices bigger? Here. Because I only shared the pizza amongst 10 people, not 11. Right, so now we're going to get on to some that are a little bit more challenging. If you want to have a break, do that, or else come back to these at another time. Here you've just got to think a little bit more about the fractions. It's not quite as simple, but using the pizza story still. Here we go. And if you find these tricky, once you've done them, go back and do them again. So we have the problem here that I've eaten 26 slices of pizza here, 4 here, but these are way bigger and these are way smaller. So pause, do some thinking and see if you can find out where you eat more pizza. Pause and continue when you're ready. Now, when I look at this fraction here, this pizza was cut into 10 equal pieces and I ate 4 of them. Do you agree I've eaten less than half a pizza here? This pizza was cut into 50 equal pieces and I ate 26 of them. Now, 25 slices would have been half of the pizza. I've eaten half of the pizza plus another slice. And so what I'm actually doing here is I'm comparing this fraction to a half, comparing this fraction to a half, and that tells me since that one's less than a half, that one's more than a half, that one must be bigger. 7/14, 11/20. Pause and continue when you're ready. Similar to the last example, if I cut a pizza into 14 equal pieces and I eat 7 of them, I've eaten half of the pizza, you agree? So this is half a pizza. Here, I cut the pizza into 20 pieces and ate 11. Well, how much is half of a pizza that's cut into 20 pieces? The answer is 10. I've eaten an extra one. That's bigger. This one equals a half. This one's bigger than a half. So therefore, that one must be bigger. Right, 11/20, 5/8. Pause and think about that one. Okay, now this one is fairly tricky. Again, I'm going to compare both fractions to a half. I can see that this is one slice bigger than a half, because a half would be 10/20. This is also one slice bigger than a half, because a half would be 4/8. So with this pizza, I had half of a pizza plus an extra slice. With this pizza, I had half of a pizza, which is 4/8, plus an extra slice. So on both sides, I've had one extra slice. Now, if I can work out that extra slice that I had, which slice is bigger? I had 1/8 extra, 1/20 extra, which is bigger? An eighth is quite a lot bigger. So therefore, I had half a pizza plus 1/20, half a pizza plus 1/8. That 1/8 is bigger than 1/20. So again, comparing each fraction to another fraction. And guys, you don't have to get this right first time. Come back and do them again. 9/10, 49/50. Pause, continue when you are ready. Remember, guys, compare to other fractions. Right. This pizza was cut into 10 pieces, and I ate 9 of them. There was only one slice that I did not eat. What is that slice? It's 1/10. So I had to give 1/10 to someone else. All good. This pizza was cut into 50 equal pieces, and I ate 49 of them. So there's one slice here as well that I gave to someone else. Here I ate 9/10, and I gave somebody 1/10. Here I ate 49/50, and I gave somebody 1/50. So where the slice that I gave away, where did I give away more pizza? 1/50 here, 1/10 here. The answer is I gave away more pizza here. I had more to give away. Here I had less to give away. Another way of thinking of it is, what do I have to add here to get to one pizza? And the answer is 1/10. What do I have to add here to get to one pizza? The answer is 1/50. Where do I have to add less? Here, I only have to add a 50th, so that's bigger. 3/8, 5/20. Right. Pause and continue when you are ready. Okay, I can see that 5/20 is the same as a quarter. If I cut a pizza up into 20 equal pieces and eaten 5 of them, that's a quarter of the pizza, because 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 would give me 20 slices. So I know this fraction here equals a quarter. So let's see how this fraction does against a quarter. If I cut a pizza into 8 equal pieces, how many would I have to eat to have a quarter of them? And the answer is 2, right? 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. Well, I have 1 extra. I don't have 2, I have 3. So I've got a quarter here plus another eighth, another slice. So therefore that's bigger. So these guys is not so much a method, it's just trying to compare fractions to other fractions. Fractions like a half, a whole, a quarter, 3/4, and so on. 8/10, 18/20. Pause, continue when you're ready. The easiest way I think we could do this one is to make an equivalent fraction. What I'm going to do over here is I can see that if I take these 10 slices and I cut each one of them in half, I'll get 20 slices. I just need to remember then those need to be cut in half as well. So I take this pizza that was cut into 10 equal pieces. I take each piece and cut each piece into half so that I've got 20. And I have to take each one of those and cut them in half, which means I would have 16. And you can see 16/20 is less than 18/20. Okay, 5/8, 51/100. Pause, continue when ready. Now, this fraction gives me a very good idea. I can see it's 51/100. It's very close to a half, very close, because 50/100 would give me a half. So it's one slice of pizza bigger than a half. So then I quickly go across here and I see, well, so is this one. 4/8. If I cut a pizza into 8 pieces and eat 4 of them, that would also be a half. So this one is one slice bigger than a half. This one is one slice bigger than a half. Let's find out where that slice is bigger. This fraction here is basically a half plus 1/100. This one is basically a half plus 1/8. So which is bigger, 100th or an eighth? Well, the eighth is quite a lot bigger. So there we go. And guys, if you guessed that right, well, that's fine, but it's probably a good idea to come back and redo them if you guessed it. 29/30, 39/40. Pause, continue when ready. Right, very close to the whole pizza. I cut my pizza into 30 pieces, I ate 29. I cut my pizza into 40 pieces, I ate 39. How many slices do I have to eat to get the whole pizza here? I have to eat one more slice, which is a 30th. So to get this pizza to 1, I have to add 1/30. To get this pizza to get this fraction to 1 whole pizza, I need to add 1/40. So I have to add a 30th here. I have to add a 40th here. Where do I have to add less to get to the whole? The answer is here. So this one is closer to the whole pizza. They're not far off, but this slice that I have to add here is slightly smaller than the slice that I would have to add there. 13/25, 27/50. Pause, continue when ready. Right. How could we do this one? Well, I quickly see that 50 is double 25, so I kind of get the idea that maybe doing equivalent fractions would be a good thing. I'm going to take these 25 slices that I got, put the pizza in the kitchen. Mum cut it into 25 equal pieces. I didn't like the idea, so I took each one of her 25 pieces and cut those in half, which means I end up with 50 pieces before we start eating the pizza. Now I eat 13 when it's only 25. If it was 50, I would eat 26, because each one of these would have to be divided in half as well. So this would be 26/50, which is less than 27/50. 8/15, 20/40. Pause, continue when ready. Right. This pizza story here is very obvious to me. I cut a pizza into 40, I eat 20. I've eaten half of a pizza. Here, this pizza has been cut into 15 pieces. So how many slices would I have to eat half of it? And it's actually funny. The answer is 7.5 slices. But I've actually eaten 8 slices. I've eaten more than half here. So that equals a half there, more than a half on the left. So therefore, it's bigger on the left. 6/12, 24/50. Pause, continue when ready. Right, this one should be very obvious. 6/12 is a half. Cut a pizza into 12 equal slices and eat 6, that's half. This pizza was cut into 50. How many would I have to eat to get a half? And the answer is 25. No, I only got 24. So on the left equals a half. On the right is less than a half. So therefore, what is on the right is less than what's on the left. 13 15ths, 38 40ths. All right, becoming a little bit more tricky now. Pause, continue when ready. The fraction to compare to here is the number 1 whole. This is quite close to 1 whole. This is quite close to 1 whole. What do I have to add here to get to 1 whole? 2 15ths. What do I have to add here to get to 1 whole? 2 40ths. So I have to add 2 15ths here, 2 40ths here. Which is bigger, 15th or 40th? 15th is way bigger. So I would have to add more here to get to 1. I'd have to add less here to get to 1, so that is bigger. 39 80ths, 21 40ths. Pause, continue when ready. Right, this one shouldn't be too difficult. This fraction clearly is less than a half. I would have to have 40 80ths to have a half. This fraction is clearly bigger than a half, because 20 40ths would be a half. I've got 21, so therefore that's bigger. 30 60ths, 25 50ths. Pause, continue when ready. Hopefully you spotted it pretty quickly. They're equal. Those two fractions are equivalent fractions. I've eaten half the pizza. I've eaten half the pizza. 13 25ths, 15 30ths. Pause, continue when ready. Right, number of ways of doing this, but the obvious one for me is that looks like a half. 15 30ths. Yep, that's half a pizza. Let's look at this. Well, what would half of a pizza be if I had cut my pizza into 25 pieces? Answer is 12 and a half. 12 and a half pieces, if I cut them in half, would give me half of the pizza. If I cut the last one in half. Well, I've got more than 12 and a half. I've got 13, so that's bigger. Okay, I know that might have been quite challenging in some ways, but the way you'll get it is if you watch it over and over and over again. Don't watch the whole thing in one go. If you can't, stop. Come back the next day, come back later, watch one piece over and over and over again, whatever works for you.